Hey guys, I got another pickup video for you. I have a lot of really cool stuff. I didn't get anything great, but I got a lot of really interesting stuff. It's not all gaming related, so bear with me. This might take a little while. I'm going to try to do it all in one shot, but if there's some choppy editing...
I got three bags in that big old box to go through.
Alright, well, we're going to get this started. I'm going to start with the first bag. This is from Goodwill. I don't really go into Goodwill a whole lot anymore. Most of their good stuff gets sent to shopgoodwill.com. Because of that, anything with a decent value doesn't make it to the store. Sorry about that, technical difficulties, ran out of power, so we're going to give this another shot. Continuing with what I was saying, I found a big old PS2. Now, I got it for $5.99. It's really dirty, but it's in really nice shape. So hopefully when I get it cleaned up, I can get it to fire up, it'll start reading games just fine. If not, I have my receipt. Next, I got a Metal Mario Wii U fight pad for, I'm assuming Smash Brothers. I've never had one before. I know it's compatible with the Wii and the Wii U. It plugs in right to the back of the Wii's controller, and it's really cool. I paid $10 for it, and I can't wait to try it out. Alright, here comes the big one. This is not gaming related, it's just really awesome. I found the remnants of a vintage Ninja Turtles van. Now, it says 99 cents. It was half off, so I paid 45 cents for it or something like that for this. Now, it's missing a lot of pieces, but I'm in contact with the seller on eBay, and I'm going to get it complete, and I'm going to put it on my shelf, and it's going to be awesome. Next, thrift store. I went to Volunteers of America to see what all they had, and I found a few things. Nothing amazing, but I got White Fang. This book right here is written by Jack London. It's a classic. I grew up watching the movie. I read the book when I was in like 6th grade. It's fantastic, and I have never ever seen one outside of buying one online. So I'm super excited to pick this up for my collection. I did get Army Men Sarge's Hero 2. It is disc only. It's for the PlayStation 2. The disc is in fantastic condition. I also got, for the PlayStation 2 disc only, The Plan. Disc also is in amazing condition. No scratches, no smudges, no dirt, nothing. And then I picked up Nat Geo TV for the Xbox 360 with Kinect. Now it has two separate discs inside. It has America the Wild Volume 1 and America the Wild Volume 2. I don't really know what it's about. I'm assuming it's a game that you host a show or something, just from looking at the box. I've never seen it before. I've never used it before, and hopefully it's fun. And the last thing I got from Volunteers of America, not gaming related, is Christmas with the Colonel vinyl. Now, I don't even have a record player, but I just can't pass up KFC when I'm driving down the road, and I can't pass up KFC when I see it on vinyl. Look at that. Look at the Colonel. It'll make you want to eat fried chicken. I think it looks amazing. So I bought it for 60 cents. You couldn't even get it cheaper from Oprah. Now my next pickup is actually a lot of small things. My buddy Matt is a huge thrift store guy too. He likes to buy and sell. He always gets great stuff, and he loves horror movies. Well, when he started upgrading his VHS to DVD collection, I put my word. I'm like, hey man, that Godzilla, I want it. It's mine. I was like, I don't care what it costs. I'll take it. Every one of them. So he hooked me up with a ton of Godzilla VHS. Also, a bunch of other small things. So this might take a minute, but it's going to be well worth the wait. We're going to start with a Captain America Red Skull battle scene model. It's a little beat up, but it is complete. The entire thing is here. I'm going to get it assembled as soon as I can and put it on my shelf. Once it's ready, I can't wait to show you guys my Captain America collection. I got a Xena Warrior Princess Travel Coffee Mug. Now, I love coffee. Who doesn't? In Xena, I grew up. Lucy Lawless was a huge crush on me when I was in middle school. So I thought this was a really cool, nostalgic reminder of my childhood. Here's the only gaming thing I got from him. It is a Mario Paint mouse. It has been tested. It's fully functional. It's very dirty. It needs to be cleaned. But you don't see them very often. I get the game all the time for $1.99, $2.99. It's super common, super cheap. You never see this with the mouse pad. I've got the mouse pad upstairs, so I'm really excited to put this in my collection. Alright, well, here comes the glory days of this entire thing. We're going to start it off with Son of Godzilla and Godzilla vs. the Sea Monster. Now, I have almost every single Godzilla film on VHS already. I also have a complete DVD collection minus Godzilla 1985. But most of the cover art on these is completely different, so I'm super stoked to get them. Here is the only big fluffy clamshell that I have, and I don't have anything else like this in Godzilla. This is Godzilla versus the Cosmic Monster, or it's Mecha Godzilla, but they call it the Cosmic Monster for no particular reason. When Godzilla films were brought over here to America, they changed the titles and added and deleted some scenes. I don't understand why. I think it was to make it more friendly and comfortable for American audiences. Regardless of the reason, I am super stoked to have this in my collection now. I also got Godzilla vs. Sea Monster. This looks like a video store rental case. It says letterboxed version, uncut, edited in English. I don't honestly know why it's like this, but I'm happy to have it. But hang with me, I'm almost done. Godzilla vs. Megalon. It's an excellent film. A lot of the film was used with stock footage. They shot a couple scenes and then flipped them and edited them so they didn't have to shoot more, which is very common in tokusatsu back in like the 60s and 70s. It's still a good movie. It's just a little different to watch. I also got another copy. It's the same movie, different box art. See? That's what I'm talking about. Completely different cases, same movie. Like, the movies tell one story, the boxes tell a totally separate story. That's why I'm a huge collector of the Godzilla VHS. We've Godzilla vs. Mothra, The Battle for Earth. This is the later made one in the 80s and the 90s. A different company started really emphasizing their play on Godzilla and their view of the timeline. So they changed a lot of things. They made a lot of new movies, but a lot of them are great. Here's another copy of Godzilla vs. Megalon. Another different cover. That is excellent. I love it. We have Gamera. Now, I didn't know this was in the box. I'm just now seeing it for the first time, and I'm super excited about this. This is another big, baddie when it comes to Japan movie monsters. He's amazing. A lot of people, including myself, have always wanted to see a Godzilla vs. Gamera, like ultimate movie. They'll probably never make one. Both figures on their own make too much money. They'd run the risk of ruining their reputations together. It's kind of a dream. I think it's amazing. We have next Godzilla vs. King Ghidorah, Godzilla vs. Mothra, and King Kong vs. Godzilla. A lot of people don't know this movie exists. If you like Godzilla, it's common knowledge. But a lot of people who love King Kong really have never seen it, and that's a shame because, unfortunately, King Kong kind of is portrayed as the winner in the end. I'm not thrilled about that, but after 30 years, I've gotten over it. Stupid monkey. Godzilla King of the Monsters. Now, when this movie came over in 1956, it was redubbed and they added a green screen, if you will, and an American actor named Raymond Burr, and that's what this was. Now, the original movie is called Gojira, and that's the uncut, unedited Japanese version, and it's essentially a similar movie to this. It's most of the same scenes. It's a little different, but to any collector, it's cool to have both of them. We have Godzilla vs. Mechagodzilla 2. This is, once again, made in the late 80s, early 90s, maybe even 93. I'm not entirely sure the exact date on it. I think it says 1999, so I was shocked. It's an excellent movie. The special effects really took a step up in these films. They're a lot of fun to watch. The only problem is they weren't really widely distributed at that time in the States. So by the time we found out about them, it was like the early to mid-2000s. We're finding about this whole other generation of Godzilla movies that some of us, not many, but some of us had never ever seen. Godzilla vs. the Sea Monster, an official cover. Essentially, Godzilla gets mad, he fights a big lobster in the water, uses his fire, boils it, makes himself a fish dinner. It's an okay movie, if you like shellfish. We have Godzilla vs. Biollante. Now this is one of my all-time favorite films. It's the first one of that newer line that I ever owned. This one was filmed in 1989, at least we released in 1989, and it's definitely a more intricate story. For the first time, in my opinion, the more detailed monster and the more detailed backstory isn't really around Godzilla. Yeah, he's the main hero, but the villain has got this amazingly tragic family tale, and it's a wonderful story, and the movie itself, it really kind of pulls on your heart. On top of the special effects are just astounding for the technology they had to work with. We have Godzilla vs. Mechagodzilla. This is the original. The original Godzilla vs. Mechagodzilla. This movie's amazing. This is one of the very first Godzilla movies I've ever seen as a child. I think I was 7 years old when I got to watch this the first time. I would recommend this to anyone who's never seen a Godzilla movie. It is wonderful. And because Godzilla movies follow a kind of a spastic but not sequential timeline, as long as you're watching one, they kind of explain everything for who they are in every single one, so you're not missing out on anything. Most of them you watch, you get a good idea as to what's going on in the first 15-20 minutes, so you don't feel clueless until the end. I hate movies like that. They're really frustrating. Alright, I got 4 more to go, maybe 5 more. Ghidorah, the 3-headed monster. Now, anyone that knows Godzilla knows that Ghidorah is the most influential and most overly used, some would say cliche villain he has. He's a big, gold, 3-headed dragon, depending on the movie. Comes from space, doesn't come from space, guardian of the earth, whatever. It's a great villain. Shoots lightning from his heads, is an excellent, is like the perfect counterpart to fight against Godzilla, and he's one of Godzilla's largest and most powerful foes. Now we have Godzilla vs. Destroyer. Destroyer is arguably Godzilla's most powerful enemy. He's huge. He actually kills a Godzilla, and Godzilla's son absorbs his radiation from his dying body and takes up his mantle and finishes the fight with Destroyer in the end of the film. Sorry, spoiler, I guess. It's a great movie. It really is. The special effects are amazing. It's got a very good nostalgic horror film to it. For the most part, the very first Godzilla film, Gojira, was a horror movie in Japan. After that, they became this family fun and friendly kids saga. I mean, yeah, the movies were good, but children, they were geared towards children. They were silly, and they had bad special effects, and they intentionally made the monsters goofy and jump around and play. Some of them had terrible voiceovers, and as an adult, they're funny to watch. But as a kid, they were they were seriously interesting. And this was a step away from that. Godzilla is really a badass. Even if Destroyer wasn't in the movie, and the movie's just centered on Godzilla, you'd be scared shitless. He is a big, towering, lumbering, not evil, but just menacing monster, and it is a wonderful film to watch. Now, I took the box. Okay. I have a 2-pack, Godzilla 1985 and Godzilla vs. Megalon. This is the only way I have Godzilla 1985. I do not own it on DVD. It was just recently released, I believe last year, for the first time officially in the States. You can get it bootlegged, but I don't want to do a bootleg. I just don't, I don't roll like that. I don't even burn my music off the internet anymore. I think artists should be paid for their work, and so that's just what I do. But I'm super happy to have this. It is an awesome box. I love that face. It's hilarious. And another copy of Godzilla vs. Megalon on here. I think that puts this particular haul in at 4, and I already have 3 different ones. So that means I have 7 different box arts for one film. And that seems excessive. But at this point, I'm probably just going to make a collage because I think they're all awesome. I can't pick one that I like more than the others. I'm super stoked to have them all in my collection, and they're going to look great with my other Godzilla stuff. Now, the very last thing in this movie collection I bought is the 1998 Matthew Broderick starring New York-style Godzilla movie. Now, anyone that's seen this knows that this is not Godzilla. With that being said, and I'm going to get a lot of flack from this, it's not a bad film. It's actually quite good. It's a very good film. It's well made. Special effects are excellent. The acting's superb for the cast it has to work with. The biggest problem is that it's called Godzilla. If it had been Iguanodon Attacks New York or, Lizardo in the City, some terribly cheesy name and showed on Sci-Fi, it would have been a B-level cult classic hit. It's an excellent film. It's just, unfortunately, used a name it had no business using. It should never have been a Godzilla movie. Anyone that knows anything about film, anyone that enjoys Japanese movies, anyone that just, hey, likes commercials, knows that shouldn't be Godzilla. I mean, if you can get killed by a plane, you're not Godzilla. That's the best way to put it. Like, he doesn't look like Godzilla. He sounds like Godzilla because, how hard is it to put a soundbite on a film? But it never should have been called that. Maybe I don't know, 17 years too late with that, 19 years too late with that, that analysis, but oh well, that's how I feel. And I hope I haven't offended anyone with my opinions, and I hope anyone that is watching this video enjoys the pickups, and if there's anything that you like, please feel free. Even if you don't like, if you got a lot of hate for me, love for me, I don't care. I want to know what you feel, what you think. Throw it in the comments section below. If you do enjoy this kind of stuff, feel free to hit subscribe. If not, no pressure. And I'm gonna get these added to my Godzilla collection, and I'll be here maybe next week sometime with a view of all my Godzilla stuff and my Captain America collection, as well as a bunch of other things I collect. I'm a very eclectic person, so I guess I've rambled on too long, and I appreciate the time. Thank you very much, and I'll talk to you later.